Hey, uh, we've got that old 66 apart there. My buddy there that died uh, gave me, and we're getting ready to put it together. It needs a whole lot of cleaning. That's been apart so long that all the grease and sawdust and stuff just embedded right in that paint. I'm gonna soak that overnight in the parts washer. I been cleaning. I blew everything off the air hose. I got oil all over me, but so that's the way it goes. I got a little problem here. I bought this saw for pretty reasonable, just so I could have it for parts for that one, okay? I've got an original 66 of my own that I rebuilt a few years ago, and I didn't want to take that apart, to build something different because it runs too good. And so here we go. Okay, now here's the problem with this one. I seen it apart, and I thought, well, this saw isn't much. I'll just go ahead and give what I need to get it. Uh, That's too much there to tear it the rest of the way apart. The ignition's in it. That's important. Carburetor. The crank's perfect in it. The bearings are fantastic in this saw. I'm really surprised about that. So I got a little problem. That means I got too many 66 magnums. Now, is this something that what I do is gather the rest of the parts and put this one together too, and sell it to one of you guys, or do I go ahead and use the parts I need to off this to finish the one and see what I come up with later, or what? But here's the deal: these 66 Magnums are gold. This is not the flat top one; it's the one that just a slight little bevel. But it is made in Germany. It's got a 1 in the first digit of the serial number. It is made in Germany. This one is. But here's the original flat top 66 Magnum flywheel, and that's aluminum. Well, this one's broke, but it's plastic, so it's the next series. Slightly larger hub on the crank. I can find these all the time. There's nothing. Clutch. I can find a clutch. There's a clutch chain on it. Chain brake handle. Most importantly, the hard parts needs to be done for this one is the top plastic, which I kind of like this blue, but you can get it in the original orange too. This got a nice gas tank on it. I mean, it's presentable for a saucepan logged with. I've seen them a lot worse, I'll tell you that. So, I don't imagine I need 3 66 Magnums, but if I just kind of squirrel away and find the parts, I'll put one more together, and maybe one of you guys will want it. We'll just see how it works out. Not many people like them anymore because they are a little heavy. They're not as heavy quite as the 394 or 395 Husky, but they're heavy enough. The one thing about it, people that's run these know the reliability these had. They were really serious. You had to hurt them. You had to do something wrong to hurt it. That was basically what the gist was of them. Because they really took a beating. I mean, they took a big beating. I like this saw. This is what I started out getting real serious in logging was with these saws. We cut with the 56s for a while. When they come out with a 66 Magnum, hands down, everybody jumped right to it. And then, 10 years later, we started running 44s. And then they come out with a 46. Yeah, just one of them deals, Hey, what you think about the bike videos? Boy, we had a lot of fun doing that. That was so much fun. We're gonna do that again soon. Not this weekend, but probably the weekend coming up. It's gonna be a little muddy over there this weekend. We've had a little rain. We got more coming. We just deal with it, I guess. It's no big deal, but it's a nice place to ride. Now, something that was unusual, they had a poker run for four-wheelers and stuff. People came from all over the place to it. Well, that shut down about half the trails we like to ride, because we like to ride all that single track they got through the woods. And that's where they was having that poker run. So, it is what it is. So, we got to go ride on the regular farm trails. It seemed like every trail we used to ride on or love riding on was blocked off from us. So they do that over the tall pines time and again. They got a lot of functions. It was nice running that 370. Very fast bike. It really is a fast bike. It's not messing around. And I mean, I boarded that quite a long ways, and I ported it and put the good reeds in it, and it's a classy little bike, for as old as it is. That's a '77, but I'll tell you what, it hangs right in there with anything. I mean, even with me on it. Exercise program. Guess what? It's going good. I still can't lift a leg. I can lift a hand on that ball now, but I can't lift a leg. Man, I do that, really bad things happen. it's it's rather interesting. Let's just put it that way. Boy, I'll tell you what, that is a workout like you ain't never seen. It really is. 5 minutes of hard workout. It's easy to do, but you get to shaking pretty good doing that. This diet thing is just part of it. I paid my dues, so I gotta pay my dues a little further now. It's working. I'm not gonna weigh in until next Wednesday and see where we're at. Last I knew, I told you before, lost 9 pounds. I probably lost another couple. We went actually after riding? I felt good. There's some comments wondering. I said, "Geez, I really felt good." We rode 6.5 hours. We probably got 5 hours of actual full riding in because you stop, you take a break, and admire the scenery, and have your sandwich or whatever. I didn't carry no sandwich. I carried an apple, but I lost it. You know how it goes. So, and I do. I'll tell you, I wear that body armor. Because when I was young, I used to get bruised up and get big raspberries. And, well, it's just, it ain't whether you will go down or not. Yes, I'm a good rider. I know what I'm doing. But you're going to go down because you're going to get stupid and something's going to happen. And I'll tell you what, that body armor for $150 worth of protection, that's better than a $1,500 hospital bill, ain't it? Yeah, it is. That'll save you. That really will. We are going to have band practice for the first time this summer. Well, it's fall now. This Thursday. I wanted to ask you, we had, 3, I think, songs on that riding video of ours that we do. And they're just 3 that kind of fit the mood for what I was in when I edited that video with my son, Colin. And he got a nice bike, don't he? Isn't that pretty? 2018 YZ 250X. We put them graphics on because every one of them looked the same. You can't tell none of them apart. I don't know where he found them, but he found them online somewhere. I've never seen anybody else have them, but I thought it was kind of cool. Now, I want to talk to you about something, and I don't have to do this because it ain't really up to me. It's up to you. We have an opportunity once we practice a couple weeks, maybe. We was wondering if you guys wanted a little 30-40 minute live feed of band practice, and you can talk to the guys, and if you got a song you like, and if something they know, they'll play it for you. And I've never done a live feed, but it was kind of behind the scenes suggested, and I said, well, let me talk to the people and see. If you want to see a live band of we're just a bar band, we ain't nothing special. We got a killer light show. That's one thing you'll see. We got that. It looks like a friggin' Whitesnake video. So we're quite popular wherever we play. We want to gear up and play this winter and then take next summer off again. I like that quite well because when you're booked all the time solid, it becomes a job. Okay? And then during the summer, there's a lot going on, and it's like, oh, geez, I can't because we got to play. I can't do this. I can't do that. And, you come traipsing in about 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock, depends on where you go. And you're wore right out. You ain't working on the next day. And you don't make a lot of money doing that. You make a little. But you have fun. This is what music's about. A band is a real good lesson in teamwork because everybody's got to be able to work together. No big heads. If you get one person that's got a big head in the band, that band ain't lasting with them or her. The her sometimes can get worse we just think we're mean as men. Boy, them women get vicious. I've seen it. We've never had to deal with that. We've always been lucky. Barbara, she tickled me. She wrote an Iron Horse song. And we're going to get her up and sing that. I thought it was, it's just a little nice little ditty. I thought it was, but it's her way of saying, hey, I'm thinking of you, Harv, you know. And she's thinking of you guys. She's a very accomplished musician. She started playing out in bands. She's 9 years older than me, by the way, which that works, believe me. Especially when you're younger, you know. You get somebody more settled down. Some women don't settle down early, but so that's the way it is. But she started playing music live in clubs and stuff in 1972. So she's done it a long time, and she plays rhythm, but she got a nice voice. There's a few of you I've sent on WhatsApp. Her doing whatever she does, and everybody seems to like it. That or you're really polite. Once in a blue moon, we get a guy or two or three that come on and leave nasty, rude comments. I can always tell they're not our regular people. I thank all of you for how you act. I really do. Because if this was a pissing match, I wouldn't do it. I'd quit. I'd just say, I don't need this. You guys are keeping it fun for me. That way I'm interested. I'll share this stuff with you. But I had a comment on that bike video. It didn't upset me. I was like, where's that coming from? The guy says, you talk too much. Well, I pulled it down. I'm watching him. If he makes another kind of rude comment, well, you know how it goes. But I don't care. I don't. I know what to do about it. But I know it ain't you guys. I'd like to say hello to Kripke. He's in the hospital. How you doing, buddy? You feeling better? Hope so. I haven't got any news on Buckenstocks. Don't ask. I don't know yet. That's something that's hard to put everything together. It really is. There's way more behind the scenes than meets the eye, you know. So that's the way that works. I haven't run Jacob's Saw yet, the one we just finished here. I got another one for it goes to Ohio. I probably won't show that in video. That's another Amish. I might show it finished or something, but I want to get that done this week. I don't know what to do with this. I might just rob that carburetor. I really don't have a carburetor, and it's right there. But I am going to build this. Probably going to sell it when it's built. I'm not in a yank to build this. These bring pretty good money because they're so darn hard to get. But 30 years ago, they were $1,000 when you bought them new. If you bought anything at all with them. So that price didn't go down any. They're more than that. But I'm going to go right throughout. I'm that far with this one. I'll go ahead and put new bearings into it if we need to. I don't see anything wrong with them. At least might do seals. So we'll see how it goes. That or if somebody here around us wants it, I'll probably sell it to them as long as they're willing to pay what it's worth. And when I say what it's worth, there's a few parts missing. You know, I got to get the plastic and the flywheel and the clutch cover and I took both dogs. I got to do the dogs and doll her up, make her pretty, and make it run good. Yeah, we'll port it. We will port it. It might even do a big bore. What do you think? Don't have to. They run pretty good without it. But when you got good port work, they run awful strong. But we can do a big bore. We'll see how it goes. We have a fellow subscriber coming Saturday, and I'll introduce you to him. His name's Eric. We're looking forward to seeing him. And he'll probably hang out with us for a little bit, and we'll get him on some video. And Eric, buddy, you're going to help me cut a load of wood. You don't know it yet. My boy's working this weekend. I'm just telling you, Eric. Okay. It takes about 20 minutes, that's it. You know, we get about a quart and a half just throw down my truck. But it takes about 20 minutes. But it's a nice little session, you know. And maybe I'll run Jacob's Saw then if I don't get it done beforehand. I want to run that Jacob's Saw tomorrow if it's possible. But I ain't going to go get rained on to do it. I should have done it this afternoon, but I got wrapped up in all these 66s. You ever thought you'd hear anybody say, "Well, I got too many 66 magnums. I don't need this one." It's a puzzle. I am a little tired. I didn't feel very good yesterday. I had one of them 24-hour bugs, so I didn't get a video up. And if you want to know the truth, I was down more than I was up. I'd get up and go drink of water, and I'd wander around the house. And you know, when you don't feel good, you get grumpy and whiny. And I'd go back in. I'd lay down, watch a movie, 10 minutes of it, fall asleep, get back up. Didn't know what time it is, so I got my days and nights mixed up and all kinds of crap. But I slept. I feel a lot better today. I'm still not up to par, but you expect that. You know, hell, I'm an old man. I'm 58. I'll be 59 in January, so I don't feel it. I feel 18. Well, my body feels like 70, but now it's feeling better than that. I gotta say, I get this weight off. I'm not going to try for another week or 10 days to quit these cigars. I'm still dealing with oh my goodness, I'm hungry. So I'll eat an apple or something. Just some little thing, you know. And so it's going. I just want you to know it's going. The next time we ride, it's a toss-up. I'm either going to ride my Mako 500 or that Honda CR 500. That's actually my boy's. That Honda CR 500 is. I haven't had that Mako out yet this year, but I have that CR 500. I had that on an actual full-blown motocross track, and that was an experience. I did good. I did all right. I didn't tip over it. I didn't plow anybody. You know, it went well. So I might take that Mako. It was about a half and half. I wanted to see the CR 500 or the Mako 500, so I'll probably take the Mako. Boy, that's how bugger to start when it's cold. That first time, 12-to-1 compression, but they got a decompressor. It's a little third handle. It's right under your clutch, a little short one. And you pull that, boy, I'll tell you what, it still just kicks hard. You got to spin a bike motor pretty good clip to get it to fire. And you just can't quite spin it fast enough. So what we do is kick it about 20 times and lay it on this side and that side and do all the little tricks you know to do. And when it don't fire, you coast it down a hill and pop start it. And then all day long it starts good. But Mako's always been notorious for that hard starting thing. And this one's got the upgraded ignition too. Yeah. I know I've showed it before in video. You go back a long ways, you'll see two bikes you never see together. If you're interested in seeing them two bikes, just go back till you see that. You see that Honda 500 and Mako 500 together. And running, both of them running side by side. Okay, I'm going to make this short so we can get it up, people. Thank you so much for stopping in, paying attention. Give that thumbs up a good little kick. I just found out something. That's real important to us. I didn't know that. If you do that, more people see it. They'll put it more mainstream. And then we get advantages from that. So thumbs up are good. If you don't want to, I don't care. We ought to just leave this small channel. I'll tell you the truth. I can still handle it. I don't know how people with the bigger channels get to do everything. 'Cause I sometimes can't get to my comments. I read them all, and I love the comments. Boy, this last week, these comments have been so freaking uplifting. You know, you guys are cheering for me to get this weight off and get back in shape, and you can't wait to see. I think some of you can see, especially like when I'm riding or something, I'm a different person. It's rather interesting, the little change. See, I live on adrenaline. That's why I went into logging after getting out of the military. I did it before I went in, but when I got out of the military, I couldn't handle a regular job. I learned, I'm an adrenaline junkie, I'm sorry. And believe me, you get a pile of it. So you get on them old dirt bikes, there's a thrill. It's just like logging. Man, you get, your adrenaline's popping. And that's kind of neat. Now everybody knows my first name's Harvey. But interestingly, if you go into the Old English, not into the baby book, that's not the right one. But what my first name means. My first name means battle ready. Okay, now Drake, obviously, is English. When you go into Old English, it was Draco, D-R-A-K-O. And Draco meant dragon. So if you go back and you put that all together, that's battle ready dragon. So that'd be something to live up to. I don't think I'm that guy. I'm more like a wide awake lap dog or something. I think that's what I am, just a wide awake lap dog. Thanks, people. Appreciate you being here. Stop in again tomorrow because I got something for you.